When I was an undergraduate at Hillsdale College in Michigan, I was thinking about a variety of graduate programs, thinking about graduate studies in history, but I was also interested in political science and politics as an actual vocation, and I was thinking about running for office at some point in the future as well. Pepperdine seemed to tie together a lot of those interests that I had. It was a place where I could get a practical education, but grounded in the theoretical basis with the principles of a free society, which is so critical. We need to have serious thinkers who are going into public life, who have that kind of a grounding, who have studied our Constitution, who have studied the principles of deliberation, the kinds of virtues that it takes to be successful as a leader in a free society. You know, it's the kind of program that we need to build and continue in the future. A Pepperdine education is really the best kind of education for decision makers in public life. People who are going to need to draw on a variety of sources of knowledge, who need to be able to make a quantitative analysis, who need to be able to understand economic principles, who need to be able to understand statistics, but also who need to be able to understand our place in time, who need to understand history, and who need to have some sense of philosophy of the first principles that undergird our democracy. And you know, I think that's the kind of thing that a Pepperdine education provides. And so you're really getting a broad liberal education in leadership. And that's a rare thing in our time, and I think a valuable thing for those who want to be leaders. Pepperdine is different. Pepperdine, I think, ties together a lot of the elements that you'll find in a public policy or public administration in most programs, as well as elements that you'll find in economics programs and political science programs. You'll even get history, which is something that you will not find often in public policy programs. But in a time like we're living in, it is so critical that leaders be trained and practiced in values, because inevitably there are moral judgments that have to be made in public life. In some ways, Pepperdine is an education in public leadership, broadly speaking, and that's the kind of education that I think public leaders need in our time.